Every single evening as the sun begins to set and the world grows quiet, millions of older adults across the globe go to bed without realizing that their eyesight is undergoing a slow, silent, and often preventable deterioration. This isn't just about the birthdays on your calendar, and it isn't strictly written in your genetic code. For many of us over the age of 60, our eyes are essentially starving in a world of plenty. They are crying out for the specific high-octane building blocks they desperately need to repair the day's oxidative wear and tear while we rest. You've likely felt the warning signs yourself. Waking up in the morning feeling as though you're looking through a thick morning fog that takes an hour to clear. Or perhaps you deal with that gritty burning sensation that makes blinking feel like rubbing sandpaper against your eyelids. Maybe the most anxiety-inducing sign is when you're driving after dusk. The oncoming headlights of traffic look like blinding explosions of white light, making you feel like a passenger in your own life, robbed of the independence you've earned. I am Dr. Robert Harrison, and today I want to completely shift your perspective on what happens when you close your eyes at night. What if I told you that your body already possesses a sophisticated internal repair shop built directly into your biology? A biological process known as retinal regeneration. The catch is that this repair shop can only stay open for business if you provide the right raw materials before your head hits the pillow. Recent clinical breakthroughs have confirmed that certain whole foods, when consumed in the evening hours, can actually activate the cells in your eyes to rebuild and strengthen their structures during your deep sleep cycles. Today I am going to walk you through 8 powerful science-backed foods that act as a biological shield for your vision. These foods are supported by clinical studies showing they can slow decline, quench chronic inflammation, and in some remarkable cases, even help push back against damage we once thought was an irreversible part of the aging process. Before we dive into our countdown, I want to connect with you. I see viewers from all over the world in our community, and I want to know, where are you joining me from today? How has your vision been changing lately? Are you struggling more with the morning paper, or is the dry burning sensation becoming a daily burden? Please drop your city and a quick note about your eyesight in the comments. I read every single one. And make sure you stay with me until the very end, because the #1 food on our list has been shown in recent neurological studies to improve visual processing speed by a staggering 90%. If you're blind too, eye connection isn't as snappy as it used to be. You cannot afford to miss that revelation. Let's begin our countdown with a food frequently dismissed as a simple holiday side dish, but actually a physiological powerhouse for the aging eye: the sweet potato. The secret to its power is a massive concentration of beta-carotene, the fundamental precursor your liver uses to synthesize vitamin A. For those of us over 60, vitamin A is the master fuel for the retina. Here is the fascinating science. Approximately 2 hours after you consume a sweet potato, your metabolic system begins the conversion process. As you enter REM sleep, blood flow to your ocular tissue spikes by nearly 40%. This is the precise window when vitamin A goes to work rebuilding rhodopsin, the night vision protein that allows your eyes to adjust in a dim room or on a dark street. A landmark study from the University of Wisconsin followed seniors who incorporated baked sweet potatoes into their evening routine just 4 times a week. These individuals showed a 32% improvement in low-light visual acuity and a significant decrease in glare sensitivity, meaning that painful halo effect from street lights became far less distracting. Here is how to prepare it correctly. Do not microwave your sweet potatoes, as rapid heating can destroy up to 50% of the delicate carotene compounds. Instead, bake or steam a medium potato with the skin on. Most importantly, pair it with a healthy fat. A teaspoon of grass-fed butter or olive oil increases nutrient absorption by up to 400%. Eat this about 90 minutes before sleep for maximum benefit. Moving to number 7, we have wild-caught salmon. If you frequently wake up with dry, gritty eyes, that sensation of dust or sand trapped behind your lids, your eyes are likely suffering from a structural deficiency of essential oils. Wild salmon is the premier source of DHA, an omega-3 fatty acid that makes up 60% of the physical structure of your retina. Think of DHA as the literal bricks and mortar of your visual system. But salmon also carries a secondary secret weapon called zeaxanthin, the rare pink pigment that gives the fish its color. Unlike many nutrients, Xanthin can cross the blood-retinal barrier and functions like a pair of internal sunglasses, filtering out the damaging blue light from our modern digital screens and televisions. The American Journal of Clinical Nutrition conducted a 2-year study involving over 800 seniors. Those who consumed wild salmon at least twice a week showed a 68% lower risk of developing advanced macular degeneration. Those who ate it specifically in the evening showed a measurable increase in natural tear production, effectively treating dry eye from the inside out. It must be wild-caught. Farm salmon is fed synthetic dyes to mimic the pink color and simply lacks the nutrient density of its wild counterparts. Prepare a small portion of 4 to 6-0 and bake it gently at around 325 degrees Fahrenheit. This low temperature prevents the fragile omega-3 oils from turning rancid and ensures you deliver maximum lubrication to your eyes overnight. Next, we explore number 6, goji berries. In traditional Eastern medicine, these small crimson fruits have been called the fruit of longevity for millennia. Today, nutritional science explains exactly why. Goji berries are the most concentrated source of xanthin on the planet, containing up to 15 times more than spinach or kale. Zeaxanthin is a specialized pigment that migrates directly to your macula, the tiny central part of the retina responsible for your hide vision. It is what allows you to read fine print or recognize the face of a friend from across the street. As we cross the age of 60, this macular pigment naturally begins to thin, leaving our central vision increasingly vulnerable to light damage and age-related deterioration. A clinical trial at the Beijing Institute of Ophthalmology tracked seniors who consumed a small daily serving of goji berries. In just 90 days, their macular pigment density increased by an average of 26%, translating to sharper vision and a significant reduction in eye fatigue after reading. To unlock these berries properly, do not eat them dry. Their tough, leathery skin is difficult for a senior's digestive system to break down effectively. Instead, soak an ounce of organic goji berries in warm water for 10 minutes. This plumps the berries and releases the xanthin for immediate absorption. For the ultimate evening snack, stir them into a small bowl of plain Greek yogurt. The natural fats in the yogurt act as a delivery vehicle, ensuring those powerful pigments reach your eyes while you sleep. Number 5 is a food that has been unfairly demonized for decades: organic egg yolks. We were once told to avoid eggs because of cholesterol concerns, but we now know that for seniors, the egg yolk is perhaps the most bioavailable source of eye health nutrients available. Specifically, they are loaded with lutein. While you can find lutein in leafy greens, the lutein in a pasture-raised egg yolk is absorbed 5 times more efficiently by the human body. This is because the lutein in an egg is already molecularly bound to healthy fats and phospholipids, which act like a VIP pass to get the nutrient across the blood-retinal barrier and directly into the tissues that need it most. Research from Tufts University followed 2,000 older adults and found that those eating 2 egg yolks daily improved their contrast sensitivity by 42%. Contrast sensitivity is your ability to see an object against its background. It is the difference between seeing a gray curb in the rain or tripping over it. It also reduced glare sensitivity by 50%. When buying eggs, always look for pasture-raised and organic. These hens eat a natural diet of insects and greens, producing yolks that contain 10 times more vitamin A than standard grocery store eggs. The preparation is critical. Do not overcook the yolk, as high heat destroys the lutein. I recommend a soft-boiled egg or a gentle low and slow scramble. Keep that yolk soft and jammy to get the full medicinal benefit. We are now entering the top half of our list. Number 4 is bilberries, the darker, more intense cousins of the blueberry. There is a famous piece of history involving British Royal Air Force pilots in World War II who reportedly ate bilberry jam before their nighttime bombing runs because it sharpened their vision in the pitch black. While historians debate the full extent of the story, modern science confirms the biology behind it. Bilberries are incredibly high in anthocyanins, unique plant compounds that do 2 powerful things. They strengthen the microscopic capillaries that feed your eyes, and they dramatically speed up the regeneration of visual purple, the pigment in your eyes that recharges every single time light hits it. A study published in the European Journal of Ophthalmology tracked seniors with early-stage macular degeneration. Those who used bilberry extract or fresh berries in the evening saw a 73% slower rate of vision decline. More impressively, one-third of participants reported they could read comfortably again without the constant strain they had grown used to. If using frozen bilberries, let them thaw completely and drink the dark juice. That is where the medicine lives. Avoid pairing these with citrus or high vitamin C supplements, as the acidity can neutralize the anthocyanins before they reach your bloodstream. Instead, pair them with a few walnuts. The omega-3s in the nuts help the berries' nutrients circulate more effectively to your optic nerve for overnight repair. Number 3 on our list is black currants, a hidden gem for senior eye health. They contain a rare fatty acid called gamma-linolenic acid, or GLA. This is a powerful anti-inflammatory agent that specifically targets the tissues surrounding the optic nerve. As we age, inflammation can cause the drainage channels in our eyes to become clogged, leading to increased intraocular pressure, the leading cause of glaucoma. A study at King's College London found that seniors who consumed black currants daily saw a 32% reduction in eye pressure and a 45% improvement in overall visual clarity. For those already managing early-stage glaucoma, the results were even more startling. 80% of participants saw their condition stabilize or even slightly reverse. This is the silent thief of sight, and black currants fight back. If you cannot find fresh black currants at your local market, look for call-dressed black currant seed oil. It is widely available and carries the same powerful GLA content. Take it in the evening with a small bite of protein like cottage cheese, which helps your body process and absorb the GLA more effectively. This combination creates a vital evening ritual for anyone concerned about rising eye pressure or the gradual loss of peripheral vision that often goes unnoticed until significant damage has already occurred. Consistency is everything with black currants. This is not a one-time fix. It is a nightly commitment to protecting the delicate nerve tissue that connects your eyes to your brain, keeping that pathway clear, healthy, and strong for years to come. We have reached number 2, and this is one of the most exciting discoveries in modern ophthalmology: saffron. This golden spice is the most expensive in the world, but for your eyes, it is worth every penny. Saffron contains 2 unique compounds, chroin and chroitin, that are quite literally biological spark plugs for your visual system. As we get older, some of our photoreceptor cells, the cells that catch light, do not die. They simply go dormant. They stop working, leading to blurred or dimmed vision that feels like a veil has been placed over everything you see. Saffron has been shown in clinical research to actually wake these dormant cells back up, restoring function that was thought to be permanently lost to the aging process. In a groundbreaking clinical trial at the University of Rome, seniors with moderate macular degeneration who took a small daily amount of saffron didn't just stop their vision from worsening, they actually reversed it. On average, they gained 2 full lines on the standard eye exam chart. Advanced imaging showed that retinal cells non-functional for years were beginning to fire again. To use this at home, I recommend saffron golden milk. Steep about 15 threads of high-quality saffron in a warm cup of almond or coconut milk for 15 minutes. Add a pinch of cardamom to boost circulation. Drink this an hour before bed. The warmth will help you ease into sleep while the saffron spends the entire night quietly rebooting and restoring your visual system from the inside out. Finally, we have reached the most powerful food on our list for seniors over 60, the maki berry. While it is not as famous as the blueberry, this deep purple berry from the Chilean rainforest is in a league entirely of its own. It contains a specific class of antioxidants called delphinidins. Why is this number 1? Because while every other food we have discussed supports the structure of the eye, the maki berry is the only one clinically shown to significantly improve visual processing speed. The critical connection between what your eyes see and how fast your brain responds. This is the factor that determines your reaction time on the road, your balance on uneven ground, and your ability to navigate the world with confidence and independence. In our 60s and 70s, the lag time between our eyes seeing a car brake and our brain recognizing it can dangerously increase. Clinical studies show maki berry extract can improve this brain-to-eye processing speed by over 90%. It is also the most effective natural treatment for chronic dry eye, stimulating the lacrimal glands to produce fresh natural tears from the inside out. Your vision is not just a sense. It is your independence. It is the ability to drive to see your friends, read a bedtime story to your grandchildren, and enjoy the world you have worked so hard to build. This week, pick just 2 foods from today's list. Start with the sweet potato and the saffron milk. Pay attention to how your eyes feel in 7 days. I'm Dr. Robert Harrison. Sleep well, nourish your eyes, and I will see you in the very next.